Okay, so let's move to the next part of our ROS, which is ROS tutorials, right? So beginner level. So let's start with this, right? Installing and configuring your ROS environment. Okay, let's look at what it's there in this beginner level. So make sure you have installed ROS. So we have already covered how to install ROS. Then we can begin with checking our environment using this command print env, then a pipe sign grep ROS. So let's go ahead and see now what our environment looks like. So oops, I think I gave a wrong password. Okay, so as I said, now let's assume I've closed this, right? And then I started my new terminal. Where is my terminal? So I started my new terminal. So what is the first command that you need to write is that source command, which I mentioned some time back. So let's zoom in first. Yeah, so this level is okay. So the first command that you should always run is /opt/ so let's have a look at that command. um, that command was we had it on the previous page, no? The previous page we had, what was that command, where it is? Yeah, that command was this, no? So ROS opt ROS melodic setup bash. So so every time you start your terminal, first run this command ROS melodic / setup.bash. So this will begin, you can start using ROS after this step. So let's now jump into the tutorials. So we ran that command so that our ROS commands, will be known. So otherwise ROS commands may not work. So let us go ahead and first print what is our ROS environment look like. So I paste it over here. So print env pipe grep ROS. So it says my Python version is 2, ROS version 1. Then I have a opt ROS melodic share ROS. So all this environment is set up. The distro is which distro I'm using? I'm using a melodic. So if it is kinetic, you will see kinetic over here. So this looks okay. I don't know what is my Python version. So let me see. Okay, it's 2.7. That's okay. So now that we have done this, let's move to the next step. So here they are repeating this step, right? You see, so distro means melodic, okay, in our case. So we already did this step, opt ROS the melodic setup.bash. If you have ROS kinetic, then it would be opt ROS kinetic setup.bash. So we have already done this step, and now we will set up our workspace. So we will choose catkin in this case. So what is the first step to do is make the directory. Okay, make directory. So I already have the directory, so it may give me an error. Okay, so we need to create a directory. So is the directory created? Let us see. So now if I visit that directory, I can go to the directory. So here I am inside the directory. Then I have to give this command catkin _ make. Now at this stage, if you have Python version 3, then you should run this catkin command. Okay, but since I have Python 2, I can go ahead and use just this command. If you have Python 3, if you have installed Python 3, then use this command. So let us I have already verified my Python version. It is not 3, it is 2. So let's go ahead and run this command, and it will set up everything for me. So the workspace is getting set up. Right, then having done that, we move on to the next command. Source devl set up that bash. So if you notice now, in this folder there is a build folder, there's a devl folder, and all these files src folder. So so these folders were created inside this for catkin environment. Let's go ahead and run source devl setup.bash. So some things will be initialized from here, so some things from the development environment. So we are creating a development environment. To make sure the workspace is properly overlaid by the setup scripts, make sure ROS package path environment variable includes. So let us run this command. So this command you should see the catkin path, and you should see your distribution part. So in my case this is melodic, so I should see distribution melodic over here and catkin underscore ws. So let's go ahead and run that command. So you see I have a catkin path setup over here, colon my melodic path setup over here. So everything looks okay. Then I move to the next step. Now that your environment is set up, continue with your ROS file system tutorial. Okay, so that was the first tutorial. Now we move on to the second tutorial. So it says to download the tutorials you need to run this. Okay, step 1, which is this. So first time if you are running your program, so first let me clear the screen and paste. Now distro means in my case it is distro is what? Distro is melodic, right? So I need to remove this and put melodic, and that way my ROS melodic ROS tutorials will be downloaded. So it will have ready-made programs for you so that you can test. So everything is already downloaded, so no issues. Okay, I think you may be getting the rain noise. There's a lot of rain. What is the next step? Okay, so then we say, it says ROSpec allows you to get information about packages. Okay, so what is the command? ROS find package name. So there's a package name called ROS CPP. So let's see if you want to find our package particular. So your package is like your software program, right? Your programs are put in a package, so you want to search a package with a particular name. So how do we do that? ROSpec space find space package name. So it says it found a package name in this folder, right? So if I go to this folder, I will find the code for ROS CPP. So you can say right click and paste. So sorry, no, I need to right click, copy, cd, right click, paste. So it will go to that folder, and if I see what is there in the first, let me clear the screen. So what is there in this folder? If you see there is a CMake CMake directory, there's a MSG directory, there's package.xml file, there's ROS build directory, and there's SRV directory. So something is there. So the entire code for ROS CPP is inside this. So ROS CPP, actually the CPP stands for C++. If you are dealing with C++ programming, then ROS CPP will be used. And if it is Python, if you are writing in Python, then ROS-Py will be used. So that's how ROS-Py, that's the meaning of ROS-Py and ROS CPP. So here it says if you want to change a directory, like I want to go to a particular package, particular my development environment with this package name. So just like you type cd and you go to the directory in ROS, if you want to go to a particular package, you say ROS cd. So this is similar like cd command in your Ubuntu or even so let's say cd, I go to the home directory. Okay, let's say I go over here. Now I am in the root directory over here. Let me clear the screen. And now if I right click and run this command, ROS cd means cd space go to this package. See, I'm directly going to my package. and now if I run any command, it will be inside this folder. So this is a quick way to get to your package folder. And if you want to see your present working directory, so I already showed you what is my present working directory, but even you can type pwd, and that is a present working directory. It says you are inside this folder right now. So that's a way to confirm. Okay, what is the next command? Okay, so you can even go to the cmake folder using the cd command. So let's clear the screen, and let's say we are in the root folder. Let's clear the screen, and let's say you want to go in the subfolder of the package. We can say raw cd raw cpp slash cmake. We have already seen there's a folder there. So if you see now, you are already in the cmake folder. Even if you type pwd, means present working directory, it will show you the same thing. So this is a quick way to move around folders. That is what this tutorial is all about. And so if you want to go to, it says raw cd log will take you to the folder where raw stores log file. So some everything that you do with robotic operating system will be logged somewhere. So if you want to go to that folder, just say raw cd space log, and it will find that particular folder for you and go to that folder. So it is right now logging is not happening, so there is no folder, so that's why it says no active raw score. So raw score is your heart of your raws. So anytime you run any program, you have to it you need to, it is like your master program, okay, raw score. So you need to run this. So you'll very soon you'll come across that. And so ROS ls is part of ROS bash should, it allows you to ls directly into the package. So this is like your ls command of your Unix, right? It is. So if you want to see, so let's see what happens if I say ROS ls ROS cpp underscore tutorials. Again, you kind of see some things. You go to the log, and okay, so I'm not very sure about this, what is happening. So this would return cmake launch pack. Okay, it allows you to ls directly in the package by name rather than by absolute path. Okay, so sometimes you do not know the package name, right? So you just know the few characters, so you can use tab keys. So I say right click, let's say. Now if I press tab once or twice, I will get all the possible options over here. You see that? So if I say raw cd turtle, okay, let's say tur, and I put, so I get turtle over here. So you see, whatever, so it kind of intelligently gives you all the options that is possible with that name. So that was all about file system, raw cd, raws ls, raw spec find. Okay, now let's go ahead and create a package as in our next tutorial. Okay, so creating a ROS package. So let's say you want to create your own package, right? So your package will look like this. They're saying my package folder, there will be a text file package.xml. So this is how packages look like. So there's a workspace folder, which is your catkin, right? In that there's a source folder, and there will be some important files in this to help you compile. And then within each package, there's a cmakelist.txt and package.xml. So how do you, so first of all you need to go to your catkin workspace, which is you need to go to this catkin underscore ws slash src. So let me clear the screen first, and I go to that folder. You see catkin underscore ws src. This is where our working space is. Now that I've gone to the correct folder, I can start building my package using catkin underscore create underscore pkg command. So I want to create a package with the name of beginners underscore tutorials, and I'm saying this package name beginner underscore tutorial is dependent on std messages and rospy and roscpp, which means I will be using those programs, right? As I told you, if you're writing in ROS, you are communicating between nodes, right? So different nodes you're communicating with, different parts you can think of, different programs. So every time if you're communicating using Python language, it will need ROSPy. If you're communicating using C++ language, then it will require ROSCpp. And everything is communicated using messages. So std underscore messages will be required. And what is my tutorial? What is my package name? My package name is beginner underscore tutorials. So I'm saying catkin create package. So that is the command. This is my package name, and these are the rest of this is dependency, which is already existing. So it says file already exists. So yeah, I could have used a different name. I could have said my package name is my robotic project, and it would have created the package. So you see that folder is created, and it has created cmakelist.txt, it has created package.xml, and all the necessary folders to start your robotic application is done with the first step to create a robotic application is to create a package. So I've created a package. So if you go into this folder, so you see my robotic project is here, and this is another application beginners underscore tutorials. So if I give a make command at this place, catkin underscore make, it will build even my robotic project and beginners underscore tutorials from this file. So let us see what is there in cmakelist.txt. So let us see, we use the command cat cmakelist.txt. What is there in this file? Okay, so it's basically searching for all your packages inside the folder, and probably giving you a list of all packages. Okay, so now that we have created a package, so we can go to this folder and build the package. So how do we building is like compiling your project, no, whatever code you have written, now you want to compile it. So what you do, first thing is you go to the workspace catkin underscore ws folder. So you are in that folder now. At this place you can say catkin underscore make. Okay, so now second time when you're running catkin underscore make, you can just run this command, and you don't have to give that python 3 whatever I said earlier. That was only for the first time when you want to initialize. So I say catkin.make, and it tries to build everything what is there inside your catkin folder. So I have two packages. I can say beginners. It has built compiled this one, and it has compiled this fellow also. So you may have multiple projects that needs to be built. So with one command it does everything. So that is how you build the package once you create it. Okay, so next, so if I want to go to my package, so I will be using ROS CD, right? So ROS CD, my package name. So my package name is my robotic project. So you see directly it will go to the my project over here, and if I want to look at all my code files, so it is over here. So if I go to the src folder, is there anything inside? Let's see. Okay, so nothing is there in the src because I have not written any code so far. Yeah, so when I created my package, I said I'm dependent on rospy package, but rospy internally also may be dependent on some other packages. So how do we search that? We can say tell me rospy. So it's sometimes we want to, my code is not compiling because the package is missing. So we have to make sure, if you have downloaded everything properly, then there will be no packages missing. But ideally even if you want to know what packages it is dependent on, you can say ROSPAC, I think depends one ROSPy. So now what happens if I run this? It says it depends on GenPy, ROSCpp, ROSGraph, ROSGraph messages, ROSLib, standard message package. So one package is dependent on another package. My package is dependent on ROSPy, and ROSPy is dependent on all these packages. So one program is dependent on other program. So there's a dependency chain over here. Okay, having done that, so this is like when ROSPy is depending on the second packages, it means it is a second level dependency, right? I am dependent on ROSPy, and ROSPy second level is dependent on this. So if I want to see everything my package is dependent on, whether directly or indirectly, I simply don't say depends one, I say simply type depends. So so I will say give me all the list of dependencies, what all my project is dependent on. So what is my project name, package name? Robotic project. So it gives me all direct and indirect list of packages I'm dependent on. So now if you read the package dot this we package dot email was created, right? So let's see what is in this folder. Yeah, so there's, I can see package.xml is there. So let's read that file, cat space package.xml. So in this file, what all is there? So there all the entries are there, but one of the entries is who has written, who's written this code. So you can replace your email address over here because you are writing this code. And another thing is they need license information. So you can say license over here. So it says to do which license, BSD, MIT. So we can go with BSD over here. So we can change that over here if you want. So so basically this file you can specify your dependencies. So you see there's a build depend tag over here. It says I'm dependent on ROSCpp, and I'm dependent on STD messages. So all the details are there in that package. So how do I modify my package.xml? Let's say I can use VI editor. So let me say VI package.xml. So now I go ahead to that, I scroll down over here. So at this moment I want to delete this character. I just press X. So I'm pressing X 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, 4 times, 6 time, X. So I'm pressing X to delete. Okay, that is how you delete in. So it is a little difficult editor. So now I want to insert something. I press I. So I pressed I, and I say my email address is this was James let's say 38@gmail.com. Once I finish editing, I press escape key and it will go back. Now I can scroll again. So now I scroll again. Now I want to delete this. I press X. So I have X, 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 X. So I press. Now I want to insert something. I press I and start typing BSD. Now I finished editing. I press escape key and it goes back to scroll mode. Now I want to save this file. Then what I do? I press escape key. Then I press colon. So now I can colon, after pressing escape key I pressed colon, and then I say WQ, which means it will save and exit. So it has finished the file. Now if I read this file, my changes will be there. So you need to use some editor to edit this file and do if you want to add some dependencies manually also, you can add it over here. So where it is, so you see my changes have come in. I am the maintainer and this is a license. So having done that, So these are all the changes and dependencies. That is what this is, and the final package is what you saw, right? So now that we have done this, that is what is with the package building. So we'll continue with the tutorials. We'll see some more things in action in the next section. So